Oh, thank you for choosing this video. Welcome back to this channel, a haven for Chelsea news updates. This time, I'm presenting 12 news stories about Chelsea on and off the pitch that you probably didn't know.
So, find a comfortable seat and grab a drink. And there's a message from Pedro Neto for those of you watching this video.
You subscribe to our YouTube channel.
I hope the number of likes reaches 300, because by liking this video, I'm even more motivated to provide as much news as possible, as interesting as possible for you.
And finally, I wish you a happy viewing and a happy Friday. But wait a minute. I want to express my deepest gratitude to Ibanga Idem, who has reached over 100 comments, 115 to be exact, on my channel, and also to Okoro Henry, who has even more, 133 to be exact, on this channel.
Get ready! Chelsea will return to Stamford Bridge on Saturday to face Brighton in the Premier League. The Blues currently sit in 6th place with 8 points, but let's be honest, their form has been very mixed after losing 2-1 to Manchester United. Brighton is also no less intriguing. They only sit in 14th place with 5 points, but remember, Chelsea have a terrible record against Brighton recently. They've lost all 3 of their last meetings. Last February, Chelsea were humiliated 3-0 in the league. The match kicks off on Saturday, September 27th at 3 p.m. UK time at Stamford Bridge, which has a capacity of 40,000. Unfortunately, this match cannot be broadcast live in the UK due to the 3 p.m. blackout. But don't worry, highlights will be shown on Sky Sports and Match of the Day. The question is, can Chelsea get revenge and end the Brighton curse? Or will the Seagulls become yet another nightmare?
Bro, some bad news has arrived ahead of Chelsea's match against Brighton. Facundo Buonanotte, who just became a hero in the Carabao Cup against Lincoln with his decisive goal, apparently can't play against Brighton. Why? It's simple, bro. Because he's only on loan from Brighton, Premier League rules clearly state loaned players cannot play against their parent club. So, despite his rising form and fans' high hopes, Buonanotte has to sit back and watch his teammates from the sidelines. After all, Buonanotte was projected as a replacement for the injured Cole Palmer, but at a crucial moment against Brighton, he was absent. The result? Chelsea's creative options in attack are even thinner, and Enzo Maresca has to think hard about finding another solution. The question, bro, without Buonanotte, can Chelsea still break their poor record against Brighton?
Bro, this is crazy. Chelsea apparently has a potential future Ballon d'Or winner, and you'd be wrong if you thought it was Cole Palmer or Garnacho. Nope, the answer is Estevão. This 18-year-old Brazilian just officially joined last summer after being poached from Palmeiras. His stats there are insane. 27 goals plus 15 assists in 83 games. Imagine, a teenager already making a contribution every 133 minutes. That's elite level, bro. Even football analysts are saying that Estevão has real potential to win the Ballon d'Or. And it's evident at Chelsea too. Despite being a rookie, he already provided a beautiful assist against West Ham and has already scored an international goal for Brazil. Chelsea has never had a player win the Ballon d'Or while still in the blue shirt. So Estevão could be the one to make history. What do you think, bro? Will Estevão be the new Neymar, or even crazier?
Man, this is crazy. Gary Neville, the Manchester United legend who's now a pundit, has harshly criticized Chelsea's transfer policy. He said, "I never thought Chelsea could compete with City or Arsenal with the players they bought. They should have brought in someone like Harry Kane or Declan Rice, then they could." Wow, that's really harsh, isn't it? Neville feels like Chelsea is being wasteful, spending crazy amounts of money on young players, but the results on the pitch? Haven't seen it yet. He said Chelsea's recruitment is like spending without a strategy. Too many wingers, not enough senior players, and no leader who can manage the team on the pitch. He even doubts whether these new players are compatible with Enzo Maresca's style of play. If they don't connect, Chelsea's big project could fall apart, man. But yeah, if all this young talent can blossom together, Chelsea could be a monster of the future. What do you think, man?
Is Neville exaggerating, or is Chelsea going in the wrong direction?
Bro, crazy news from Stamford Bridge. Chelsea's future star Cole Palmer is reportedly very unhappy with Enzo Maresca. Rumor has it that Palmer even wants Maresca sacked. Apparently, Palmer feels Maresca is preventing Chelsea from reaching their full potential. Especially after last week's 2-1 loss to Manchester United, Maresca was immediately criticized. Some even called him a fraud. But Chelsea's board of directors apparently still supports Maresca. However, they firmly stated that results must improve immediately, or else, well, you know what will happen. The fans are getting hot under the collar, the team is faltering, and now rumors of a Palmer-Maresca conflict are making things even more chaotic. The question is, does this signal the end for Maresca at Chelsea?
Chelsea and Barcelona are both eyeing River Plate starlet Ian Subiabre. This youngster is only 18 years old, a nimble winger, but he's already making waves across Europe. The problem is, his contract at River Plate is at an impasse. The club wants to increase his release clause to 100 million euros, but Subiabre's agents, led by Claudio Caniggia, want it to be 35 to 40 million euros. Due to this drama, Subiabre has even been dropped from the squad for the last few matches. Wow, what a hassle. On the other hand, Barca, despite already having Rashford and Bargi, are still interested in Subiabre. Meanwhile, Chelsea clearly needs fresh blood in attack. So this could be a crazy transfer battle this January. Do you think Subiabre will choose London or Camp Nou?
Bro, Stamford Bridge is going to be a hot one tomorrow. Chelsea faces Brighton, and you know, the Blues are chasing all 3 points, but 2 former Premier League stars are making Chelsea fans a little nervous. Peter Crouch said, "I think Brighton can steal the points." 2-2. Meanwhile, Steve Sidwell isn't confident in Chelsea's win either, predicting a 1-1 draw. Wow, neither of them is confident in Chelsea taking all 3 points, bro. Chelsea themselves are on a winless run in the league. Their last 2 matches have been a losing battle. Despite a win against Lincoln City in the Carabao Cup, their performance has honestly been inconsistent. Brighton, make no mistake, this team has already thrashed them 6-0 twice in the Carabao Cup, so they're clearly no pushover. The big question, can Marescani lead Chelsea back to victory, or will Brighton make Stamford Bridge even more tense? Bro, this Chelsea versus Brighton match isn't just an ordinary match. Their head-to-head record is absolutely scorching. Of the 21 clashes, Chelsea have won 11, Brighton 5, and the rest have been draws. But wait a minute, the last 2 wins have been Brighton's, including a 3-0 thrashing of the Blues last February. What makes it even more exciting is that many former Brighton players are now in the Chelsea camp, like Sanchez, Caicedo, Cucurella, and Joao Pedro. So this match is like a family reunion, but with a grudge. Chelsea certainly have their sweet moments, like Cole Palmer scoring 4 goals in 1 half against Brighton. But the Seagulls also like to spring surprises, even embarrassing Potter on his return to the MX. So the question is, bro, can Chelsea turn the tables this time? Or will Brighton turn up the heat on Stamford Bridge?
Bro, did you know Chelsea apparently had a crush on Barcelona wonder kid Marc Bernal? The 18-year-old La Masia product was on the Blues' radar in the last transfer window. The plan? Chelsea wanted to offer him a long contract, then immediately loan him to Strasbourg to get playing time. Sounds like a typical Chelsea move, right? But Bernal himself turned him down, bro. He said his heart was still with Barca, especially since he had just returned after a long ACL injury that lasted more than a year. And the coolest thing is, he immediately provided an assist in his comeback match against Valencia. Not just Chelsea, Al Nassr from Saudi Arabia also tried to tempt him. But again, Bernal said no thanks. Hansi Flick also reportedly believes in his potential. especially with Gavi having a long-term injury, so Bernal's chances of breaking into Barca's first team are even greater. The question is, will Chelsea regret failing to secure Bernal?
Bro, get ready. Chelsea has reportedly saved money specifically for the January transfer window. After spending over $200 million to bring in João Pedro, Garnacho, Liam Delap, João Rojato, and even Jamie Giddens last summer, apparently that wasn't enough. Well, the Daily Mail says there's still a large balance to spend more. The most critical area? Center back, thanks to Levi Colwill's ACL injury. Damn, that's a huge hole in the back line. The goalkeeping position is also tight. Sanchez is out after his red card, and Jorgensen hasn't convinced either. Chelsea even nearly landed Mike Maignan from Milan, but the deal fell through by just $5 million. What a shame. Not only that, there's a chance Sterling and Disasi will leave in January to get some salary relief. So it's safe to say that Stamford Bridge could explode again this January. Like the Enzo Fernandez transfer. Who do you think is the most suitable play for Chelsea to bring in next January?
Bro, this is really hot gossip. Chelsea are reportedly some way down the road to sign Mike Maignan from AC Milan. Wow, this is a major upgrade in the goalkeeping position. We all know Sanchez made a blunder against Manchester United. Jorgensen also had a terrible performance against Lincoln City. Fans are already furious, pundits are giving up. But it turns out Chelsea actually has plans to improve the goalkeeping position, and their main target is Maignan. Rumor has it, Maignan himself really wants to move to Stamford Bridge. AC Milan is still trying to extend its contract, but negotiations are stalling. In fact, there are reports that Manchester United are also eyeing him, but Chelsea has already made a move. So, will Maignan really be the solution between the sticks for Chelsea, or will this transfer drama be held up again by Milan?
Bro, Raheem Sterling's story at Chelsea just got even more absurd. Simon Johnson of The Athletic revealed that Sterling actually stayed at Stamford Bridge not because there were no offers, but because he himself chose to stay in London. In fact, bro, there was Bayern, there were other European clubs, and even a chance to go to Saudi Arabia, but they all turned them all down. The reason? Family and comfort in London. The problem is, his salary is astronomical. Over £300,000 per week. Who wants to take on that kind of burden? Now, Sterling is banished from the main squad. Sometimes training with U21s, sometimes with a personal trainer. It's like he's exclusively a gym member. Chelsea provided facilities to keep him fit until January, but imagine, bro, at 31, 7 months without playing. Who would dare sign him? Sterling still has quality, but time is running out. The question, bro, will he be able to save his career next January, or will this be the end of Sterling's era at the top level?